Hi. I am Aristoteles, the founder and speaker of St. NICHIREN's Humanistic Society, where the doctrine of enlightenment is exercised, a non-denomination autonomous online community, who's dedicated to establishing human values in our society worldwide. The word miracle is not sufficient to describe the beneficial results of the self-care practice, of the helpful 116 Hz sound vibrations produced by the words Nam Myoho Renge. It is essential for us to ground the self, or call it, one's life, based on the law or mystic law, in modern science, is known as the quantum life energy of the forever vast universe. In general, the sound of 116 Hz of the powerful mantra, is the fundamental resonance frequency in the audible range to measure the vital rate of quality for the human body. When it comes to an understanding the 7 words or the 7 characters that form the sounds of Nam Myoho Renge produces the same 116 Hz, which is said to be the force of the divine matrix, through the field, which in our modern physics translates to quantum life energy, and one's life force might be able to be the fundamental sound in our lifetime. Now, do you remember the old biblical phrase that says, "Ask and you will receive"? I know people who ask and ask and ask, and nothing happens, because the asking is not done with the voice of our life force. When we lost the sacred texts over 2,000 years ago in the Dead Sea, we lost the keywords, in the ancient biblical texts that tell us that, feeling is the prayer. We began to believe that the words are the prayer. That if we say the right words, in the right time of day, or the right number of times, then somehow magically, a prayer will happen. And when our prayer is not answered, we become frustrated, thinking the prayer doesn't work. Science tells us that we are connected to everything in our world. And the language of our hearts, is the language that affects our world. Number 1, all matter is connected. Number 2, a field of energy that exists in what we use to think of, is the empty space. Or the void. This field is called the divine matrix. The field is known to people as the quantum life energy, the mind of God, for the Judeo-Christians and Muslims, nature's mind, quantum hologram. All different names for this field. In reality, it is the electromagnetism produced by the sound vibrations of each character of Namu Myoho Renge created by our vocal cords and stored by our powerful heart neurons. Number 3, when we create the right feeling inside our bodies, and our hearts, then we make changes in the field beyond our bodies. Let us pay close attention to this example. In a Tibetan monastery 17,000 feet above sea level in the Himalayan mountains, this man tells us the secret which was lost in our Christian and Jewish traditions when the edits were taken from the books. The Tibetan monks practice and they understand that the feeling is the prayer, and words were not the prayers. The feeling is the prayer. The feeling is the prayer that what is taught in those monasteries. The monks and the nuns know it. They have thought they have practiced for 2,700 years. But, there is a catch, not just any feeling creates the desired effect. This man says, out beyond the ideas of wrongdoing and right doing. Says, out beyond our place of judgment of right and wrong, there is a field. In this field, I will meet you there. What is this place? The place where the feelings occur, creating healing and miracles. This is the place beyond judgment and beyond ego. It cannot happen in the mind. It must happen in our hearts. Our invisible heart funnel perceives and sends feelings in the form of the electromagnetic nature of emotions through your funnel, which is around 5 inches in diameter on top of your diaphragm. It can also perceive other people's feelings up to 12 feet and 360 degrees around your body. Feelings and emotions are part of electromagnetic energy inside all of us. Feelings or emotions are part of every communication interaction in our lives. The reward of a feeling or emotion is the same excitement or sentiment. That is part of you where your power exists. It can heal your body, heal the body of others, and create peace in your world, is in a place beyond judgment and beyond ego. That is the force that connects everything in the universe. That force was discovered nearly 3,000 years ago by the prince of the Shakyas in northern Nepal named Siddhartha Gautama, now known as the Enlightened One Master. That force is known in India as Saddharma Pundarika, which translates as Myoho Renge, who connects everything in the universe, including your micro-universe, which resides in your heart's neurons network. To get the correct answer from your prayer, even if you use the powerful mantra of Myoho Renge. It would be best if you unified it with the field of compassion. Compassion is an experience that we feel in our hearts. Compassion is the force that connects the universal law of Myoho Renge. And Namu Myoho Renge is the force of the divine matrix in our life. With the rhythm of the universe, you and I are capable. We can have a feeling in our hearts, is the feeling that the universe is made of, and compassion is both the force to connect, and the feeling is what we experience. And that's why makes compassion so compelling. A lot of compassion is the ability to see the world for what it is, rather than our judgments of what we make. So, the ancient instructions, how do we do this? The instructions are exact. In the doctrine of enlightenment, the traditions, and what we advise to our participants. Number 1, to create healing, create peace, create a miracle. First, we must feel as the miracle has already happened without judgment, without ego. And that is hard for the Western mind. So first we must do this. We need to unleash the force of the divine matrix in our life. First, we must understand how it works. And science tells us how it works. Secondly, we must speak the language that the divine matrix recognizes. And science cannot tell us that. That comes from our past, from our culture, from our history. In the Bible, there is a passage that many of you have heard, and it goes like this: ask, and you shall receive. You've heard that before, right? The asking is not done begging. Like this example, Jesus. I do not want to lose the love of my life, please, help me, God. That's not asking. That is imploring with pain in your heart, and you confuse your neurons with the asking. To ask, we must speak to the field, to the divine matrix in a language the field recognizes. In a meaningful language. The field doesn't recognize our voice. It recognizes the power of our hearts. In our hearts, we have a feeling, creates electrical waves, magnetic waves. That's the language the field recognizes. So, when you create the feeling in your heart as if your prayers are already answered, that creates the electrical and magnetic waves that bring that answer to you. The prayer is already answered, electrical and the magnetic waves that bring that answer to you. We can probably assume that something is amiss. By someone took out the original manuscript, the 2 sentence that is telling us how to ask in the prayer. In the original Aramaic, the beginning looks remarkably similar. So, this is the retranslated version with the missing pieces. Let us listen to them. All the things that you ask directly, from within my name, will be given to you. So far, you haven't done this. Because if you ask with your voice, it's something you shouldn't have done. Ask without the slightest distrust and let yourself be enveloped by your answer. Let yourself be enveloped by what you want so that your joy is full. Hear the writer of the Old Testament, it's not saying the spoken word. It's saying to be surrounded, to feel as if you are surrounded. You need to feel as if your answer has already happened. Be enveloped by what you desire. Because that is when you have thought and your emotion become one. You think the thought of the healing in your loved ones. And you feel the love of that thought. They become one, and that is the language this field recognizes. This is precisely what the Buddhist monks are telling us. Ask without the judgment of the right or the wrong or the good or the bad. I asked without the ego. Asked from the heart, feeling from the result as if it's already happened. Well, my friends. I hope you have enjoyed this topic. It may sound impossible to achieve because of old traditions, of exoteric beliefs of a divine identity outside of the human realm, and different from human identity. For others, they may watch this video one more time, and they will be ready to manifest their wishes sooner than what they think. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give it a like to continue producing more videos. Until the next topic. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Aristoteles.